Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. And today I am coming to you with a birthday book haul. So this is an epically big book haul. I have almost 40 books here to show you guys. So what happened was, for those of you who don't know, I was in hospital in early February for about 2 weeks. And while I was there, I guess family was trying to cheer me up. And like my aunt sent me money for my birthday, even though my birthday wasn't until just this Saturday. It wasn't until the 5th of March. But she's like, oh, here's some money. You know, I guess she knew I really didn't have anything else to do. So let's do some online shopping. So thankfully to her, I ended up picking up a bunch of Harlequin books off the Harlequin website. They had a couple sales on while I was in hospital and I took advantage of them. And then when I got home last week, both boxes of books came in the mail. So that was very, very exciting. So I thought I would show you guys those books. And then on my birthday on Saturday, my husband and I went to the thrift store. And those of you who follow me on Instagram will have already seen this. But I hit the mother load of Nancy Drew books from the 80s. So I've got Harlequin books and Nancy Drew books here to show you guys. So let's jump in and get started. I'm not going to talk a lot about all of these books because there's a lot of them here, but I still did, of course, want to show them all to you. So first of all, this first one it is a Harlequin book, but it wasn't one that I purchased. When I ended up in hospital, we had to wait a week before my husband could come and see me. And, but before that, like when they told me they were keeping me for like a week or so, I was really upset and I called my husband. I'm like, I need you to bring me a bag because all I literally had were the clothes on my back. You know, I need a bag. I wanted my toothbrush, my hairbrush, you know, stuff like that. Right. So Garrett packed a bag up for me, brought it all the way downtown. He couldn't see me. He had to drop it at like, they have like security at the front doors and asking all these questions. Why are you here? Are you here to see someone? Are you here for an appointment? Like because of COVID, the restrictions are really, really high. So Garrett had to drop my bag with security and then they brought it up to me, which was great. But he said that he had checked the mail and there was a package that came for me. And he's like, do you want it? And I'm like, yes, please. So the always amazing Pippa Roscoe sent me a copy of her newest book. Thank you so much, Pippa. So it's Snowbound with his Forbidden Princess. This was such a treat when I was in hospital to open this up. I had the nurses all around going, oh, what's that? And I showed them, I'm like, this is from my friend Pippa Roscoe. And I showed them that she, of course, signed it to me. And they were all so excited. They're like, ooh, and they're reading the back of the book. And I think a couple of them ordered it. So you're welcome, Pippa. So that was absolutely spectacular. I love the cover of this one. I did not get a lot of reading done in hospital. I mentioned that because when I'm scared or sick or anxious, reading is one thing that I can't do it. I can't focus. So, but now that I'm home, thankfully I'm doing a lot more reading and I'm looking forward to getting to this one. So then the first order that I placed, I think was on Valentine's Day. They had a sale. 1, 2, 3. What did I get here? I can't remember what the sale was. 35% off or 40% off. I can't remember. Excuse me. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. So 7 books here. So I got 11 Inspired Suspense. This is Secret Sabotage by Terry Reid. This is from February of 2022. So this came out last month. Like I said, 11 Inspired Suspense. The crash was intentional, but he can't remember why, is what it says on the back. So that one looks really good. I had to get my favorite Anna J. Stewart. This is also from February. This is a Harlequin romantic suspense, and we have Prison Break Hostage, as I said, by the great Anna J. Stewart. This is an honor-bound novel. It says she's dedicated to helping others. Now she's the one who needs rescue. So yeah, so that sounds really good. I love Anna J. Stewart. Big, big fan of hers. Another romantic suspense. I love the cover of this one. I had to pick it up. So this one is from March of 2022. And this is Snowed In with a Colton by Lisa Childs. This is part of the Coltons of Colorado series. I believe it's the first book. It says he's the target, she's in the crosshairs. So great wintry cover there, right? So yeah, so I got that one. And then one by Liz Fielding, who is a favorite author. Love her so much. Been reading her books for so long. And we have Redeemed by Her Midsummer Kiss by Liz Fielding. Again, from March of 2022, it says, An Escape to the Country, A Kiss to Reawaken Them Both. Beautiful, beautiful spring cover on that one. So I think Bree read this one and she really enjoyed it. So I am looking forward to that one for sure. I love the cover of this one too. I don't think I've read this author before. Deanne Anders. This is a Harlequin medical from March of 2022. And we have Florida Fling with the Single Dad. So yeah. I love those hats. My husband has one. And I think he looks pretty dapper in it. So, but yeah. Is she the missing piece they've been looking for? So yeah, looks really, really cute. Obviously a single dad story. Then I got a historical. I do love the historical books. This is by Catherine Tinley. And this is A Laird for the Governess. Adorable, adorable cover on this one. And another one from March of 2022. We have A Penniless Governess and the Dour Laird of Andermore. So yeah. Oh, it takes place on a remote Scottish island. Who doesn't love that? Oh, delightful. Looks really good. And then the last one from that first order, by the great Melinda Curtis. Love, love, love her books. We have The Cowboy Meets His Match. Another one from March of 2022. Nice, thick, chunky. Yeah, these, the Harlequin Heartwarmings are always such nice, chunky books. I love that. This is the Mountain Monroe's series. It says, she could never love a cowboy until she does. Really, really cute cover on that one too. I really like it. So yeah, so that's the first order. Then came the second order. And I don't, again, remember what the sale was, but I went ahead and picked up a bunch of these. So the first two are actually a 2-book series, and I got both of them. One came out in January and the other came out in February. So the January book is A Marriage or Ruin for the Heiress by the great Laurie Robinson. She is a favorite historical author of mine. I love her books, like I said, from January of 2022. It says, A Pretend Marriage, a Passion That's Anything But. And this is part of the Osterland saga. This is book 1. And then book 2, right here, is The Heiress and the Baby Boom, also by Laurie Robinson. So what is so fun about this series? It's the mother, the daughter, right? Is that not awesome? So I think this is the 1920s. Is this one the 1920s? 1933 is this first one. And then this one has to be the 50s, right? The baby boom was in the 50s after the war. 1956. So yeah, I kind of love that like this couple and then it's their daughter. I want a third book from like the 70s or 80s, right? I love that idea of a series to go back even further, like to maybe start at the turn of the century or something like that. Have like the great-great-grandmother and then the great-grandmother and then the grandma. Do you know what I mean? I just think that would be so much fun to follow, like a single family of the females in the family, like the matriarchs. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I cannot wait to get to both these. They will have to be read back to back for sure. For sure. And then I got another love-inspired suspense. Here we have Texas Cold Case Threat by Jessica R. Patch. Another big, big fan of her books. I love her stuff. It says, when a cold case turns hot, an isolated ranch goes from refuge to crime scene. Looks really good. So there's that one. I got an intrigue. You guys know I love my intrigue books. We have Mustang Creek Manhunt by Janice K. Johnson. This one came out in March of 2022. The Texas Cold Case was also a March release. And this is, like I said, by Janice K. Johnson. She is a favorite author of mine. She didn't know her protector had just become his... She didn't know her protection had just become his #1 priority. So, obviously keeping somebody safe. Love the cover on that one. Can't wait. Speaking of covers that I love, you guys, this one's gorgeous. So I got A Desire by the great Barbara Dunlop. And this is Husband in Name Only. Look at that cover. Oh, it's stunning. Everyone says they're the perfect match. But is their wedding bargain too good to be true? This is part of a Gambling Men novel series from March of 2022. So it looks really, really good. This one really intrigued me, and this one is definitely getting read in April, because in April, Elizabeth and I are going to be doing Amish in April again. I think for like the 4th year in a row now. We haven't absolutely nailed down the prompts or the theme yet. We're still talking about it, but I do definitely want to read this book because it looks so, so good. So this is Building Her Amish Dream by Joanne Brown. So there's the cover, you guys. What I love about this one. So when we think Amish books, for those of you who read them, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, Ohio, there are certain locations that tend to, these books tend to take place in, right? This one takes place in, wait for it, opening a new farm shop on Prince Edward Island with her little sister is a chance at a fresh start. So this one takes place in Canada, in PEI, in Canada. And I am thrilled to read this one. I cannot wait. An Amish community in PEI, it's perfect. Perfect. So I'm really looking forward to that one. This one is a March release. So for anyone else who might want to read this one, maybe this book will be the buddy read for Amish in April on my channel. What do you guys think? Anyone who else is going to participate in Amish in April, there's lots of time for you to pick this up. It should be available at your Walmart or at your online retailer of choice. Get it as an ebook, a physical book, whatever you want. But yeah, I am really, really looking forward to that one. Speaking of books, I am really looking forward to the great Amanda Sinelli put out a new book. We talked to her again recently on the podcast. We have The Billionaire's Last Minute Marriage, and that cover is gorgeous. Oh, from personal assistant to stand-in bride. I love it. She talked about this book. It sounded so good. I had to get my hands on it. I absolutely love it. Very excited to read that one. And then I got this one, another medical by Allison Roberts. This is The Vet's Unexpected Family, and I love the fact that they put this on here now. It says it's the author's 100th book. Love that. I love that. A baby to change the vet's life. And I think when they say vet in this one, it is a veterinarian. Two Tails Animal Refuge is the series name. So he's a veterinarian. Because sometimes vet could mean a veteran, right? But no, in this case, it's a veterinarian. So looks really, really cute. Another romantic suspense. I love these ones so much. And we have Danger at Clearwater Crossing by Colleen Thompson. Love the cover on this one. Another March release. It's the reunion of his life until someone wants him dead. It's always the way it goes, isn't it, you guys? Always. So yeah, yay on that one. This one, I saw the cover and I went, oh, there's kitty cats on the cover. I have to have it. And just as I'm about to hit add to cart, I'm like, oh, and it's written by Carrie Nichols. Extra bonus, because I love Carrie Nichols books. So we have The Hero Next Door by Carrie Nichols. This is part of her Small Town Sweetheart series. Look at the kitty cats. Something about a big, tough guy holding kittens. I just love it. Love and kittens to the rescue. I love it. I love it. Now, is he... I want to say he's a firefighter. Even better. So, yay on that one. This one's going to be fantastic. And the last of the Harlequin books is another Amish one of sorts. So I might try and read this one for Amish in April as well. And it's called A Deputy in Amish Country by Patricia Johns. So there it is. Again, this one comes out in March. These ones you cannot get in store, to my understanding. You would have to order them online, either on Amazon or something like that. Falling for a witness was never his plan, is what it says. When Annabelle Richards needs someone to keep her safe until she's able to testify, Deputy Conrad Westhouse volunteers to protect her at his family's ranch, deep in Amish country. Watching Annabelle charm his neighbors and dreams of starting over in the Ohio countryside tugs at his heart, even though keeping his emotions locked down is the only way to protect the woman he's starting to care about. This is an Amish country haven novel. So our main characters are not Amish, but it takes place in Amish country. So that's interesting. So yeah, that's why I picked it up. Anything Amish, for some reason, just appeals to me. So yeah, I'm very excited to read that one. So again, that might be another one for Amish in April. We shall see. All right, so then on Saturday, the hubby and I went over to the thrift store. And like I said, I hit the mother load with Nancy Drew books. These are all the ones from the 80s. The Nancy Drew cases, the case file series. So I got a bunch of them, right? So again, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw my picture of them. But I'm going to go through each of them individually. So the thing is, at the thrift store, it's like buy buy four, get one free. So essentially buy four, you get the fifth one free. So I counted the Nancy Drew books that I had, along with 2 other books that I had, and I needed one more to hit 20. So that way I would get 4 of them for free, which of course is the goal. And I just grabbed a Presents novel. So I got Lynn Graham's The Italian Demands His Heirs by Lynn Graham. Again, Harlequin Presents from April of 2019. The thrift store that I went to, as great as it was for what I picked up, they do not have the best selection of Harlequins. They pretty much only have Presents and Desire, which I'm assuming that's what people in the neighborhood are dropping off because that's the way these thrift stores work. But I'm really happy I ended up going there because of the haul of Nancy Drew books that I got. So yeah, so that's the one non-YA or throwback childhood book that I got. The other 2 books that I got outside of the Nancy Drew books were 2 Sweet Valley High. Now, the Sweet Valley High books I'm not actively picking up unless they are special editions, because the entire series is available on Kindle Unlimited, except for the special editions and stuff like that, like the extra books. So if I see the extra books, I pick those up because I can't get those on KU. So the one that I got was the Superstar Todd's Story. So yeah, this was... They did, I think, 5 of these. They did like Todd's story, Lila's story, Olivia's story. I can't remember. And they were like little stories outside of the regular series of something that just literally focused on this character. So Elizabeth's boyfriend, Todd. So yeah, so I got that one when I saw it. And the other one, I don't know if I have a duplicate of this. I think I might. I might have this up on my shelf. And if I do, then I will just re-thrift it back to the thrift store. We have Malibu Summer, which is one of the super editions, where the twins spend the summer on the beach because, you know, they live in Southern California. So if you're going to spend your summer, it's got to be at the beach, right? So, oh yeah. So summer's here and the Wakefield twins can't wait to join Lila Fowler in fabulous beach-lined Malibu. Elizabeth and Jessica have arranged jobs as mother's helpers and are looking forward to a dream vacation filled with Hollywood stars and gorgeous guys. You know, so I mean, these were so 80s. So yeah. Very, very, very much looking forward to getting to that one. I am reading that series in publication order as I go through it. So I'm not quite up to those ones just yet. Now on to the stack of Nancy Drews. I'm so happy to have these. And actually what it prompted me to do was use some more of my birthday money that I had. And I went on Thrift Books and I ordered a few more of these, like next in the series that I need to read. I will eventually go back and pick up the ones that I've already read. I would love to own a full run of this. That would be pretty awesome, I think. So we shall see. So the first one is the one that is the most iconic cover to me. This cover just screams my childhood. I've read this book at least a dozen times. So we have Secrets Can Kill by Carolyn Keene. But it's just that cover. That iconic purple coat that she's wearing. The sweater over his shoulders. It's just, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. So again, this was a series that came out in the 80s. This one was published in 1986, August of 86. So I would have been 7 when this book came out. So yeah, I think there was like over 150 books in this series. So yeah, but yeah, that's the first one. I've already read it. The next one, and this is another one I've already read, is Deadly Intent. And when I say I've already read them, I mean recently. Like I've been rereading through my throwback childhood books. So I've read this one recently, within the last year or 2. So we have Deadly Intent, another one. Looks like this one takes place in New York City. Yes, it does. Radio City Music Hall. And if we can, just for a second, guys, the Twin Towers. Right? It's interesting. You know what I mean? I just find it so interesting. Then we have book number 3, Murder on Ice. Takes place at a ski resort. Got that one. And then we have A Smile and Say Murder, which I think took place at a teen fashion magazine. Case number 4. Love, love, love. And then we have case number 6, Whitewater Terror, which took place whitewater rafting. So there's that one. I love how in some her hair is a definite blonde, and then in others it's a red. Like, I know she's a strawberry blonde, but it's just, that's quite the difference, don't you think? So yeah. So those are the ones I've already read. All the rest of these I have not gotten to yet. So actually, very exciting. I have to read this month, Buried Secrets. So this is the 10th book. So this is the one that I'm currently on, and I'm very excited about reading it. Nancy tackles a 30-year-old mystery that explodes into front page news. So yes, I've got that one to read. That is going to be read this month. Then we have case number 13, Wings of Fear. So like I said, this was case number 10. So I went on Thrift Books and I got 11 and 12. So now I've also got 13. So I can read these physically, which will be great. Wings of Fear, book 13. These are all available on Scribd in case anyone does want to read through the series, but I just think it'd be a lot of fun to read them physically. So that's why I did that. So I got 11, 12. I have 13. I got 14 because I already have 15. Trial by Fire, another one. Yeah, like I said, number 15. I was going to say another one by Carolyn Keene. They're all by Carolyn Keene, supposedly. 15. And then I also got 16. And then for the ones that I was able to pick up at the store, it jumps ahead to book 24. So I got Till Death Do Us Part. Looks like another girl is out to get Ned for eternity. Ooh, Ned takes Nancy out for a special romantic dinner, but when he asks her to marry him, she turns him down. Then the next night he announces his engagement to the new girl in River Heights. Nancy is hurt and suspicious. Interesting. I do love that there was a bit more romance in this series, but that's kind of just the way it goes. And then we have number 25, which is Rich and Dangerous. Another one that takes place in New York. So that's exciting. And then we have Death by Design, case number 30. And then case number 31, Trouble in Tahiti. So that's exciting. It's kind of fun. I showed this cover to my husband. I'm like, I just find this one funny looking. But we have case number 35, which is Bad Medicine. So do you see how happy she is? But not so happy here where the guy's like, like... Nancy checks into the hospital where murder is the chief resident, it says. So yeah, she looks a little bit too happy about that on that cover. We have case 39, The Suspect Next Door. These covers, every single one of them, I'm remembering. And I'm remembering going into the library and them being on... They had the spinner racks for the YA books, and these would all be, like, jammed into the spinner racks, and you'd have to, like, flip through to find. But I remember all of these covers distinctly. Like, as soon as I was pulling them off the shelf at the thrift store, I'm like, yep. Case number 42, The Wrong Chemistry. Love the cover on that one. Looks great. And then the last from the regular line, we have case number 67. So it did quite a jump from 42 to 67. We have Nobody's Business. So there's that one. A young man's investment in the future draws Nancy into a partnership with danger. And then the last Nancy Drew book that I got was a super mystery. So they put out, I want to say like 20 of these. I have a handful of them on my shelf already. So anytime that I see them, oh, that's adorable. Somebody had like a book plate in the back. That's who this book belongs to. That's so cute. So anyway, these were Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys super mysteries. I don't know which one this is. It says, America's hottest teen detectives team up to quell a crime wave in Quebec. So this one takes place in Quebec City, and that's the Frontenac, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, so it's Nancy and the Hardy Boys, Nancy, Frank, and Joe. And these are so much fun, and they are not available digitally anywhere, and it's such a disappointment. They made all these digital. Like, just do the same with these ones. You know what I mean? Like, I would pay for them on Kindle if I had to. So yeah, I'm happy to have this one, New Year's Evil. I don't know, again, if this is one I already have. But I saw it and I grabbed it. It was like $1. So if I already have it, again, I'll re-thrift it back. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so that's that. So anyway, guys, bit of a longer video. I do hope that you enjoyed it and seeing all the books that I got for my birthday. And yeah, that's about it. Until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.